In this video, I want to talk about emotions, and people handle emotions differently. Everybody does. And the level that they get upset depends, I believe, on their personality. Type 8 is more likely to get angry rather than expose his or her hurt, pain, or stress. So it's actually quite hard to know exactly what's going on for them, because they come across as quite angry. Type ones are exactly the same, who with a type 1 they will try and contain it, and it normally comes out in snide comments, especially if they are hurt and they feel upset. It's more easier to get angry than start crying. I heard I heard this about a month ago or so. I heard that it might have been across the internet, but someone told me, or I looked on a YouTube clip, that they were jealous of a baby. And you're thinking, what? Jealous of a baby? Crazy. But if you think about it, and you think about this for just a second, babies cry all the time. They cry when they're hungry, they cry when they're hurt, they cry all the time. Basically, what babies are doing are expressing tender emotion, and as we get older, we tend to hold it in. And with me, I have said I am a type 3, but I'm a bottler. If you have hurt me, I'm not always gonna let you know straight away, compared to an 8. Or I do have breaking points, and then it all comes out. It's think of a Coca-Cola bottle, and all the bubbles are going up to the surface, bit by bit by bit, and at some point I'm going to explode. That can of pop or whatever is going to explode. That's a bit like me and my temper. And also, which I have done a video on this as well, is that people who swear, they get rid of a lot of aggression. People that can easily say fuck this, fuck that, I'm like, oh my god, I can't do that. Well, not out and about anyway, because I have an image to maintain, because if I start coming out with things like that, people are going to look at me differently, like, and actually that happened. I think I was, well, not with me, but a friend of mine. I was in 6th form, this was ages ago, and she was starting to swear, and people were like, they're absolutely shocked that she was actually doing it. But then they just accepted it. They just accepted she's cool, but she swears. And I was like, oh my god, I could never do that. And I've absolutely despised people who have been able to do that. And again, anger is another emotion, and most people, when expressing anger, they can hurl abuse, and they can swear too, which also gets rid of a lot of aggression. With me, I don't tend to do that, and that adds to my frustration because it's not accepted. It's not really accepted at all. So back to what I am saying is, type 1s, even if they're hurt and upset, will try and control their tender emotions. They all come up with snide comments, and then they get to the point where enough's enough. They're gonna blow their top, and you better watch out. 5s, you can't really have an emotional reaction out of a 5 unless it's quite a free 5. But 6s, they get angry, and 2s, I've never encountered a 2, so I don't know what they are like, but I have heard that when they get angry, there's a lot of fire behind them. But 6s, yes, they do get angry. I've a partner, a fiance, who's a 6, and he doesn't get angry all the time, don't get me wrong, but when he does get angry, he gets really angry. He can punch things, and I'm like, whoa, you know, the whole like banister is shaking, thinking, why did you do that for? Well, you know, but you know, and then afterwards he's like, I shouldn't have done that, I really shouldn't have done that. And like, it's fine, it's alright, it's still standing. But at the same time, because he sees a type 6, he doesn't want to do anything to undermine his security with me. So, you know, but I have learned to get angry a lot quicker with him. And with him, I tend to express myself freely. I cannot do that with nobody else. And I think it's good that I have this connection and I'm able to actually do that. Normally, if I am upset, it depends on the situation, it depends on what's happened, but I can get upset like that. You know, if something really hurts and I am upset, I am going to do that. But normally I go in a different room and I cry by myself. But then I come back out again and I will try and act like nothing is wrong until something happens and I get angry and everything comes out.